I decided to take the QLTS because I dealt a lot with cross-border transactions, and I also worked a lot with agreements that were subject to English law.
The QLTS is the Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme, the fast-track route for lawyers from all over the world to qualify as English solicitors. The scheme is administered by the Solicitors Regulation Authority, SRA, the independent regulatory body of the Law Society of England and Wales, ensuring candidate assessment is both rigorous and fair. As a lawyer, you are a well-trained, trusted and hard-working part of a prestigious and well-regarded profession working in a highly competitive environment. You're always looking for innovative ways to advance your legal career, enhance your professional marketability and gain more practical legal knowledge. Qualifying as an English solicitor takes your professional profile to the highest, most respected level. You will be able to work on a range of domestic and international matters, undertaking work restricted to those who hold the qualification. Whether you choose to work in a leading law firm in London or remain in your home jurisdiction and develop your legal career locally, being a qualified English solicitor will open doors for you. Becoming an English solicitor may mean discovering new career opportunities, enhancing your professional profile, reputation and marketability in your home jurisdiction, working as a solicitor in England and Wales, representing clients in international arbitrations and cross-border disputes, gaining a foothold in the European Union market, becoming familiar with a common law system, and offering a wider range of legal services to your clients.
English law is commonly used in cross-border transactions. Therefore, any lawyer who deals with cross-border transactions would benefit from the ability to practice English law.
Whatever your reason for becoming an English solicitor, you will benefit. English law is held in high esteem and is frequently the law of choice in cross-border transactions. London is among the leading legal centres in the world and the internationally preferred seat of international disputes. And as a dual qualified lawyer, you will be a valuable and trusted international legal advisor and will gain a competitive advantage over your peers. The full range of skills required to practice English law are tested on the QLTS assessments, including oral, written and professional skills. The assessments are divided into two parts. Part 1. Multiple Choice Test, MCT. The MCT tests knowledge and understanding of English law in the context of 11 practice areas: the English legal system and European Union law, constitutional law and judicial review, professional conduct and solicitors' accounts, financial regulation, taxation and money laundering, contract law, torts, criminal law, property law, equity and trusts, human rights and business law. The MCT assessment is a paper-based exam of 180 multiple-choice questions. The exam is divided into morning and afternoon periods of 3 hours each, with 90 questions in each period. You are assessed on your ability to both know and apply English law. Part 2. Objective Structured Clinical Examination, OSCE. If you have passed the MCT assessment or are exempt from this part, you are eligible to take the OSCE, which is the practical element of the QLTS assessments. The OSCE is divided into two parts. Part 1 tests your interviewing and advocacy skills, whilst Part 2 tests your online legal research, legal drafting and legal writing skills. The OSCE tests these 5 skills in the context of 3 legal practice areas: property law and probate, civil and criminal litigation, and business law. In total, therefore, you will undertake 15 assessed exercises, which run over several days. Law and skills are weighted equally in the OSCE. There is a single pass mark for parts 1 and 2 combined. You must take parts 1 and 2 of the OSCE at the same sitting. The MCT must be passed before the OSCE can be attempted. Exemptions can only be granted by the SRA in certain circumstances, such as to EU or intra-UK lawyers or to lawyers who have completed the Legal Practice Course, LPC. Candidates are not allowed to use any materials during the assessments. There is no internship or experience requirement to complete under the QLTS. The assessments are offered twice a year in the UK and administered by a sole assessment provider, Kaplan QLTS, which has been appointed by the SRA. In order to maintain the integrity of the assessments, Kaplan is not allowed to provide preparation courses for the QLTS assessments. The scope of the material, however, is comprehensive and requires a thorough preparation. It is therefore extremely important that you study for the assessments with a course provider that understands your needs and personal circumstances and will provide you with the right guidance so you can pass the QLTS assessments on your first attempt. The results of the assessments are made available several weeks after the date of the assessments. To be eligible to apply, you must be a qualified lawyer in a recognised jurisdiction. Most of the professional titles and jurisdictions are recognised by the SRA for the purpose of the QLTS. A full list is available at the SRA website. Once you have passed the assessments and fulfilled any outstanding requirements set by the SRA, you may apply for admission to the Roll of Solicitors of England and Wales and get your practicing certificate.
To be an effective modern lawyer today, you need to be flexible and be able to work with counterparts from a variety of legal backgrounds. Passing the QLTS is a real asset in this regard.
QLTS School is the premier provider of training and consulting services for the QLTS assessments for both individual lawyers and the world's leading law firms. We offer the most comprehensive, affordable and credible preparation courses for the two parts of the QLTS assessments, the MCT and the OSCE. Our preparation courses combine tailor-made and customised textbooks, video tutorials, extensive online resources, dozens of mock tests, and one-on-one tutor support offered by expert English law lecturers. Special arrangements and unique programs are offered for international candidates based outside the UK. Our course programs enable you to study for the assessments anytime you want, from anywhere in the world. No need to travel to a study venue or attend expensive classroom lessons.
With a full-time job and a family, I needed a review course that would narrow down the materials. With my experience with New York bar exam many years ago, I knew the value of a good review course. And no doubt the QLTS offers the best review course in the market.
QLTS School's candidates consistently achieve higher pass rates than those who do not take the course with us. We have a proven track record of hundreds of candidates who have studied with us, passed the assessments on their first attempt, and are now dual qualified English solicitors. You can learn about the journeys of some of our successful candidates and advice on what works and what doesn't for those on the road to dual qualification on the Success Stories page on our website.
I would strongly recommend that anyone who is considering taking the QLTS assessments study with the QLTS School.
Request more information now about QLTS School's preparation course and prepare to take your legal career to the next level by becoming a dual qualified English solicitor.